Who's just put the bomb out there. Crazy bomb. Woj dropped the bomb. D-Mitch. The Cleveland Cavaliers have acquired Donovan Mitchell in a trade, sources tell ESPN. I'm assuming there's a lot of draft picks that went their way, but the piece that I think a lot of people overlooked this offseason, which I'm assuming I would hope that they got him, they would only make the most sense, is what is my name? Colin Sexton. I'm assuming Colin Sexton was a piece that a lot of people. Ash is in here. I know Ash wants to talk. He's a talkative guy. What is that noise? Is Twitter make noise? What the fuck? Yo, Ash. Ash.
Bro, I'm on my way. I'm on my way to just go do some shit, bro. Bro, I'm so happy, man. Just another day of the Knicks being a god-awful franchise, man. I just love it. I love it. This is a wonderful day. A wonderful day, look.
You are the biggest hater I've ever. Jesus Christ. Yo, so the Cavaliers are going to get Donovan Mitchell. What does this mean for, I guess, the NBA? First, when it comes to Cleveland,
it means Darius Garland now has a legitimate elite shot creator next to him to take pressure off this nigga. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm actually very scared of the Cavs moving forward, bro, because this is an insane team they put together. So yeah.
The only thing that kind of concerns me with the Cavs is defense now, because I never really liked the small guard lineups.
But they match that up with Mobley, Allen, and then like their whole front court thing they're doing. I don't think
are
that's
they going to run. Are they going to run a Coro?
Yeah, I mean, you don't like. Listen, bro. Darius Garland was like by himself taking that team to like what? Like
no. I agree. I agree with that. I agree. I just think that I don't know. Okay, so personally speaking, the positives of adding Donovan Mitchell, because a lot of people will sit here and just call me a negative Nancy. Yes, adding Donovan Mitchell to a team that struggled to have consistent scoring pressure and really just having their entire offense being funneled to one player is a positive to add another quality shot creator on the roster. And Donovan Mitchell also being on a team with a ball handler will significantly increase the type of looks he receives as well, because outside of really Mike Conley and Ricky Rubio, who both of them are older, they didn't add that much value offensively in terms of putting pressure on the defense, so they couldn't have that much manipulation, meaning that the Utah Jazz, for the better part of the last 4 or 5 years, were still heavily relying on, let me not say 5, but as long as D-Mitch is there, they were still heavily relying on Donovan Mitchell to manipulate defenses to create shots for everybody else. And as good as a scorer D-Mitch is, the level of playmaking, he hasn't like reached that level, and a lot of which I just assumed he was going to have to just gain through reps. But it seems as if like now he's on a quality team with a backcourt mate that will aid him in that process. In terms of the Cavs as a whole, it does add more value offensively. I think that, especially in the Eastern Conference, there was two slots in the East, in the bottom of the East, that wasn't 100% guaranteed. I think this gets the Cavaliers obviously closer to being a guaranteed spot. And more importantly, I think it gives the Cavaliers a little bit more of an identity of what their team is going to look like, so they can consistently grow and build with this identity. However, I guess the biggest negative aspect about it is I'm just not sold on a small backcourt that doesn't provide defense, unless we're going to get better defensive effort out of Donovan Mitchell, which, to be fair, in Utah he might not have been able to provide that because how much the team was relying on him. But unless we get more defensive effort out of D-Mitch, I'm not too sold on this concept that Donovan Mitchell will be like, I don't know. Okay, so here's some more information from our guy Chris Haynes. Chris Haynes says Cleveland will send Larry Marketing, Colin Sexton. I have no idea who this other guy is, to the Utah Jazz for Donovan Mitchell. It doesn't say any draft picks. I'm assuming, though, there has to be some type of a draft pick that comes along with it. In terms of Utah, I'm actually, I hope they're getting draft picks, and I'm pretty sure they are. And when we kind of get that understanding of it, I actually think it's a great trade for the Utah Jazz. I think a lot of people just were low on Colin Sexton, or they just allowed him to go underneath the radar. It took a while for people to even talk about him during the offseason. he clearly has a potential. And I think that Donovan Mitchell is a better player than Colin Sexton, but Colin Sexton has shown lights of being a player who can go out there, put up big numbers, even though it may be on a bad team, but can definitely sustain some value in the long run. Add on top of the fact that he just got on a contract, like a very flexible contract. So I like that as well. And on top of that, excuse me. And on top of that, he's 23 years old. So there's a lot of things with Colin Sexton I'm not I like. He also struggles defensively, but the fact that the Utah Jazz get a little bit younger at their star guard position or their scoring guard positions, I do like that as well. And if they get draft picks, if they don't get draft picks, that'd be kind of questionable. I would have to then ask like what exactly is going on. But this does mean more than likely the Utah Jazz, not more than likely, they are tanking. So it is one of the teams that are out of the contentions in the Western Conference, a team that has been relatively contending for a playoff spot for the better part of the last 2 decades, will probably be on a path of rebuilding, and they'll probably have to commit to it a little bit harder than they did in previous attempts, not trying to hit the restart button with a Gordon Hayward led team, because that was just fucking nasty. Ash, are you still there? If not, then I'm gonna bring I might bring other people, because I think this is a fairly cut and dry type of a trade. I don't really see. I think both teams may benefit, but I don't really see a drastic change in the East or Western Conference. I will say this though, in terms of the Cavaliers, I just think that they have to have some type of wing presence. I mean, they're going to have a wing presence in of a point of attack. Unless we're expecting more out of D-Mitch, I just don't know how that's going to work at all. And hoping that, what's my man name? Evan Mobley and Jared Allen are going to just stand, just stay here and stand the defense, anchor it, have them be the only legitimate presence defensively. Isn't that fucking far removed from where we were at with Utah, where it's a bunch of players that are just overly dependent on one or two players defensively. That's their whole identity on the defensive end. I'll also further say this. I'm just I don't know. Maybe I'm just not the biggest fan of D-Mitch. And it may just be me. Maybe I'm just not the biggest fan of D-Mitch. I've fallen in and out of love
Bro,
with.
look.
What's
I'm
up?
I'm still at school, right? Because of some stuff, right? But this is crazy.
There's no
This
way.
is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Listen, we're not doing anything. So it's cool. But this is actually insane. So many reports, bro, for 2 years, and none of them were yeah, Cleveland's an option. Yeah, Cleveland. And that was never, ever mentioned. And I mean, this is basically the same package as Rudy, except they got I guess they got younger players in return, as opposed to the Jazz getting older trade pieces.
Did they get picks though? Because I'm waiting for the pick. There has to be some picks.
They got 3 and 2 swaps
For this right here? Bro, what in the fuck is that? Is that new to Twitter? Yo, what are the picks? Because there has to be some picks for this. Yo, NMZ.
3 first-rounders.
Check
Shams 2 first-round swaps. Those the picks.
No, I ain't gonna lie. And they overpaid for that nigga Donovan Mitchell.
No, they did. They definitely overpaid. Facts.
They overpaid. Okay, I see. Nah, they overpaid for that. Because D-Mitch ain't not that good.
Nah, but you gotta do it, bro. If you're in position, it's the same thing with the what's it called thing, with the Rudy trade. Also, number 1, perfect tank, by the way.
I think they kind of realized that 2 small guards is always going to be in their future, right? With the Garland Sexton thing. So they said, if we're going to go this route, we might as well just get a better player. And Donovan Mitchell was available, so they made a play on it.
Bro, giving first rounder.
It's just weird though because they spent a first rounder on Karis LeVert, and they're probably not going to utilize him as much this year. Like he's obviously not going to start for them, so they spent a first rounder on Karis LeVert, and they're like he's not going to play starter level minutes. So they really, I don't want to say they wasted the first round pick, but they did give up a first round pick, and then they proceed to give up like 3 pure picks and like draft capital, and also
basically
like 2 slots.
4, because they gave up their lottery pick of this year too.
Yeah, they gave up O'Shea, so they gave up. That's basically 4 picks, 2 pick swaps, and 1 pick on a player who's a bench rotational piece for you now. They've given up a lot of draft capital. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not actually in love with. I don't like this. I mean, let me tell you, I like the Cavs, but I don't like what they've given up to put themselves in this position because they didn't really give up. They gave up too much to not have an adequate return. They have like identifiable flaws, and I'm just not the biggest. I'm just not the biggest Donovan Mitchell fan right now.
Yes. Okay, so they just reported Sexton's contract, and it's $72 million for 4 years, which is it's a pretty cheap deal. Like that's
I'm about to say that's a very manageable contract.
That's $18 million for a guy who can legit be like a 25 point per game guy.
Bro, what are they doing? No, I ain't gonna lie, that's terrible. Because Colin Sexton doesn't have it's not like he's a bad contract that you're trying to get off of.
If Sexton's an $18 million guy, I don't know. Like, would I really, if I'm the Cavs, would I really rather have like?
Say it.
Would I really rather have D-mitch and like way less draft capital, or just roll and like get the 3rd seed, or just have like my current core get the 5, 6 seed, 7 seed, and have more draft capital? I don't know. I'm
gonna tell you right now what I would have done. I would have just stuck with Colin Sexton. Even if I didn't have Sexton on the team, I would just move him later on and trade him for what I actually need. I understand what NMZ is saying, that with Sexton and Garland, they were going to go small anyway. Yeah. But they have so many other things that they could have concerned themselves with trading to a team that has an extra wing or two where you can give me. I'd much rather have that. And I get Donovan Mitchell might have been the best player available, but he doesn't fit the needs of what they actually needed on that team now.
I'm just trying to look at it from their thought process. I'm not saying I love the move or anything, but like assuming we don't believe that last season was like a fluke for Cleveland.
D-mitch really went from Utah to Cleveland, bro.
We think they're going to be like a consistent 40 to 45 win team. They were probably like, look, we're never going to be top lottery again. We're not, marquee free agent destination. This might be one of our few ways to acquire, top end talent. So they just went for it.
If internally, because obviously we're not internal. If internally there's a belief that Mobley will take a leap at some point, like they kind of have to.
He will.
There has to be. They think this young core is either ready now or in the very near future to make a move like this. Yeah.
He will take the next step. He will be one of the top 5 players in the NBA very soon.
Okay, please stop, bruh. Please stop. I mean,
he definitely is Kevin Garnett.
He's not gonna pay you for this.
He's definitely KG. But I understand what y'all saying, but I just think that and maybe I'm not gonna say I'm ultra high on Garland either, but I'm high enough on Garland to believe that Garland is he's sufficient enough to be on that team, and even if they're just like a fringe playoff unit. Like Eli said, I would much rather be a fringe playoff unit, keep my draft capital flexibility.
I didn't say that's what I would do. I just gave
I'm outlining the option, what you're saying. I'd rather do that. And then also keep some form of financial flexibility as well, because I'm dealing with an $18 million contract from Sexton versus what D-mitch is probably, 30? Where's D-mitch making? Let me see, because that's kind of like I don't know about that shit.
This is like, how much do they have invested in their big 3 now? Like 3? Is it $300 million?
D-mitch is making 30 next season.
Yeah, he's making 30 next year. Yeah, he's making 30, 32, 34. than 37 on a player option that he's clearly going to take.
That's probably another reason Cleveland felt like they could make this deal because he's locked up for a little bit of time, so they have some security in the contract.
Who are you talking about? Also, didn't Garland take a? Garland took a downsize, right? He took a team friendly contract. That probably made this possible.
But I mean, I understand what you're saying, but they still committed financially to a player.
No, for sure.
Yeah, like I don't know, and I don't.
He is pretty young though. Like,
yeah, Garland's extension doesn't kick in until 24.
I'm talking about D-mitch. D-mitch is still what 26.
Yeah,
this is getting worse. Actually, the more you explain it, the more I'm like, yeah, this isn't it.
I mean, he'll only be like 30 by the time the contract ends. That's not anything crazy for a guard.
Yeah,
I don't know.
3 or 4 years should be his. Like,
it is pretty random, and it's like exciting, but I don't know how much this changes. Like, I think they're better than the Hawks easily. They might be like better than us. I don't think they're better than us.
Are they the clear 6th best team in the East now?
Yeah,
at least.
Let's run it. Let's run it.
I think they're going to be better than the Nets.
Milwaukee. Oh wow, better.
Wow.
Hold on, Eli. Before you get on your hot take, nigga. All right, so Milwaukee, Philly
in a regular season at least.
Milwaukee, Philly,
Boston.
Who else? Miami. I say Miami.
That's 4, and then Brooklyn would have been the 5th.
Yeah.
So Eli, you think this team is better than Brooklyn?
In the regular season, because I don't think that like Garland has shown he's pretty. What's it called? What's the word? Durable. D-mitch doesn't miss a crap ton of games. The rest of the players, obviously, Jared Allen has gotten injured a little bit, but the rest of the players are pretty young. It's a pretty young general core. They do have to very quickly find like some rotational wings.
That's something to say, man. I don't know if y'all.
You know what? Never mind.
Look at the roster.
I don't think that this team is better than. I don't think this team is better.
Yeah, this roster is like.
Because O'Shea was supposed to be like their little backup wing that they obviously they recently drafted him and he was their first round pick. He was a lot so like he was supposed to be their little wing replacement, and in the future he was supposed to provide like pass shoot wing stuff. But like if he's not doing that, and there's clearly no other wing on this roster who can dribble, pass, or like all 3 of the things they can't dribble, pass, shoot. There's not really any real connection, and like it's not like D-mitch. D-mitch is fine off ball, but it's not like he's really like a connector type. And Darius can move off ball, but like he's not a good scorer off ball. Like he doesn't hit those shots at a high rate. So it's like, where is the connectivity outside of like the bigs?
R.I.P. to the 3 7-footer lineup, by the way.
That's what I'm saying though, because like outside of the 2 bigs, right? There's 2 bigs, right? 2 guards. Who is connecting them, and who is connecting the lineups where like Darius is
I'm
out
back,
there,
bitches.
out there.
Hi.
Yo, wait. What contract is Ingram on?
Hi. Hello. Hi.
Nigga, shut up for a second. Hold on, chill.
This is weird. This is
a very weird.
I actually.
Wait. Shut up real quick. There's more news coming on the trade.
Yeah, we got the draft. We got the draft picks that are in.
How many picks were
3
traded?
first, 5 picks, 3 of which are first, 2 of which are pick swaps.
Yeah, and it was expanded to a 3-team with the Bulls.
Wait, what did we trade?
No, I'm trolling.
Oh my God!
I was gonna troll Ash, but I was about to.
I was about to throw a party. Oh my God! NFC, don't do that to me, nigga.
Wait,
don't do that to me.
Wait. So low. If they turn LeVert, right, who is somebody they spend the first on?
Wait, Karis LeVert still on the team?
He's still on the team. If they turn him into like a dribble, pass, shoot wing, then maybe.
Who is that though, Eli? Who is that?
Who starts at the 3 for this team?
I don't.
I don't like Karis LeVert or Okoro.
It's
Okoro or LeVert.
He can't dribble, pass, nor.
I ain't gonna lie, this trade is bad.
Wait. Have y'all talked about how Utah is like this is a really good rebuild?
Oh
Like,
no, I'm for Utah. I
no.
understand. Like,
I was saying, have we talked about it yet? Because what do they have? They got like
oh no, yeah,
11 picks now?
we touched on like the
Yeah.
picks. We touched on the picks at least they got here. But if we look at the haul of picks that they've gotten off of D-Mitch and Rudy Gobert
Okay.
and
They're
the
gonna get some
players,
more. They're gonna get some more when they trade Boyan and all them other
yeah.
niggas.
And I'm about to say
Yeah.
in the players that they got. In all honesty, a lot of Laker fans are not talking about, bro. Those veterans that they got in Utah, and especially since we all know he wants fucking picks. Danny Ainge wants picks. Like I don't.
Unprotected. Wait. Low, it's unprotected 25, 27, and 29.
Nigga, that is crazy, bro. That's what the fuck.
And then the first round swaps obviously 2026, 2028.
All the picks they got from the Utah deal were unprotected too, right? Like just the straight first.
Everything is unprotected.
So they've gotten like 8 unprotected first, and then 2 first rounders from this year. Because they took the Wolves first round pick this year, Walker Kessler, and then they took the Cavs first round lottery pick just right now.
Sucks, though.
But listen, bro. I'm not. Listen, I think this is fine, right? I heard you talking a little bit because I was getting mad. You know what I'm saying? I think you in here doing the most. I think Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. I think with those guys together, I think they're easily not easily, but I think they're like very clearly like a top 5 team in the East now.
And that's fine. And that's fine.
And that's fine because Garland.
Garland
is young. All these niggas are young.
Wait, Ash. Are they better than the Nets?
Are they better than the Nets? I think their offensive. I think their bench is still a little too.
Answer the question.
I'm trying to answer the question.
Answer the question. Yes or
They're
no?
not.
Ash, I want to be serious about what you said. You saying that they're easily 5th means that you believe they're easily better than the Nets because we already named 4.
Well, who are the 4?
Boston, Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, Miami.
You know what? For the sake of a certain person in this space, I won't say who they're better than. But yeah, sure, they're better than the Nets.
If you think they're better,
I didn't say anything.
If you think they're better than Miami, just stand on that.
I didn't say anything.
Say it.
You're not.
I didn't say anything. Nah. But seriously, I think in the regular season, the Cavs are probably like the 4th best team in the East.
But what about in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think the Heat are a better playoff team than the
Cavs. If you're saying 5,
okay.
You're saying they're better than the Nets. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
In the playoffs setting.
Hey, y'all niggas got KD fucked up. No, y'all niggas got KD fucked up.
I was gonna go into that. You niggas ain't let me finish.
Wait, Ash.
So Mobley locking up KD?
Mobley locking up KD, nigga. I didn't say head to head. That's not how we determine who's better. Come on, Lo, you know this.
Come on, man. Let me get my shit out. All right, go ahead, Eli. Go ahead.
You said what?
But nah, you right. Actually, they're not better than the Nets.
This team has. That's the thing, though.
Right. Like, let me not hate KD.
The question should be: are they the clear 6th best team in the East now?
They have to turn.
They are because the Bulls
have they like cleared the Atlanta, Toronto, Chicago tier?
Please respect Chicago. Don't never put us in that.
Okay, if Chicago is in
you guys are firmly in that tier. Relax.
Yeah, and you firmly get no bitches, nigga. So how about you stop?
Oh my god,
bro, grow up, bro. You a grown man.
And you get no pussy, nigga. Shut the fuck up, Eli.
Oh my god.
Yo, never mind. I forgot I'm changing my persona. My fault. I'm sorry that outburst came out.
All I'm saying is if your stance was I'm gonna firmly be the 6th seed, bro, you giving up that much draft capital and financial flexibility is crazy.
I'm just saying, do we think that?
I think they are though.
I think the Cavs think they're gonna be a tier 1 team either.
Who cares?
As soon as the season
they're dumb because they're dumb because Evan Mobley isn't going to start peaking until like 3 or 4 years. So why?
D-Mitch is 26. Like you acting like that nigga's young. I mean, old. Sorry. You acting like
but what I'm saying when Mobley starts peaking, Mitchell's going to be off his contract. So are they going to bring him back?
They're going to re-sign him because they're going to be a good team by then.
Yes, it's going to be a mid backcourt.
So then
it's not a mid. They're easily the league's best backcourt now. Can we stop trolling?
Wait.
They're
so
easily.
Yeah,
Ash. Think about this. They might be the best backcourt in the league, right? And they have a very good front court, but they have 3 real NBA players they're spending $400 million on those 3 real NBA players. Or I guess
Please
Karis LeVert's a
respect
real.
Evan Mobley.
I was
Karis
about to
LeVert.
say, nigga, who are the 3, nigga? Because you're just talking. At
Darius,
bare minimum,
They have
Darius-
more than 3 NBA players.
Darius, D-Mitch,
Uh-huh.
Jared Allen,
Uh-huh.
Evan
Kevin Love.
Mobley.
Kevin Love.
Dude,
nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Said Kevin
don't
Love
think-
is getting worse.
Nigga, he's
for 40 games?
Wait. For what?
Dude, you're getting, at this stage of Kevin Love's career, you're getting 40 good games out of him, bro.
But you're trying to make it seem
You're
like
getting
he's a
40
bad
good
player,
games out of him,
but
and
you're
he's either going
trying
to
to make it seem as if
either
he's
going
a
to
bad
get injured or disinterested.
But you're
I'm not
trying
saying
to make it seem as if he's a bad player.
I said a high caliber basketball.
High.
No, that's not. You just said NBA player.
Yeah, you said
Oh.
NBA players earlier.
Oh, my
That's
bad.
fine.
What I meant to say was playoff rotational players. They have 4 of those. I don't think like they're looking to trade LeVert, so I don't even know if you should really count him as a part of their core. Outside of their big 4, who are guys that are actual
play. No. I hear you on the play, but that's why I said I think they're a better regular season team than they are a playoff team. I literally said that.
If we keep it in
even
the
then, Ash, wait, Ash, to be a very good playoff team on a random night, you need to have a rotational wing who can just magically have a really good shooting night and just win you that
I'm
game.
not
They don't have
disagreeing
that.
with what you're saying. What I am saying is I don't think this is a bad move for the long term, given the age of everybody and how good Garland and Mobley already are. Like, I think it's unrealistic to act like they can't just add pieces.
You're not answering my question, though, bro.
What question, nigga?
They need a connector. They need a rotational
Okay, what, nigga?
wing.
I have agreed with you. What is this nigga talking about?
Well, let me ask this: Do y'all think that they could have gotten the player that Eli's talking about by just trading Sexton in these picks? Because I personally feel like
he wouldn't have. His value was too low to do something like that.
You think Sexton and 3 first-rounders would not have gotten you?
Like who? Like who? Would you?
I'll go through the teams,
thinking of?
but I'll go through the team. But you don't think that would have gotten him that though?
Maybe not. I think you honestly are going to be.
I'd rather, on this team specifically, playing off of creation, I'd rather have like a dribble, pass, shoot, wing than.
And how many of those are in the association, Eli? You saying that shit like it's some easy thing that anybody can get.
Well, they just gave
chat.
away.
Niggas
They
in
gave
this
away
chat
72
talking.
million
Hold on,
and
niggas
3
in this
picks.
chat
So,
talking.
Ash, if they exist, they can go get them.
Then who? Then name the player.
What are y'all saying?
Name the player.
What are y'all saying, nigga? I saw
saying?
y'all in the chat just chatting.
What are y'all
Name the
saying?
player.
Nigga, y'all are just chatting,
Niggas are
bro.
saying this is a horrible, bad trade? Wait,
No, nobody said that.
I'm saying.
no, it's not a bad trade.
Well,
It is not a bad trade.
Lowe's a dumbass. No, but don't listen to
it is
what
not
the
a
fuck
bad
Legend
trade.
of Winning has to say.
Okay, I refuse to be disrespected in my own room, nigga. I just refuse to do it. First of all, Trey, why do you have a Trunks profile pic? I don't know who you are when you have that on, so get out of here. And nigga, this is a mid trade. It's a mid trade.
How
Would
is
you
that
rather
a mid trade?
Wait, Ash, you asked me a question. I'm gonna answer that.
What was the question? What was the question I asked you?
Now, I'm not sure that any of these teams accept 3 picks, 2 pick swaps, and a bunch of other players, right? But
Trunks is him, bro.
Would you rather have Donovan next to Garland or like Brandon Ingram and like Jay?
Brandon Ingram, those niggas weren't available. They weren't.
Yo,
Ingram
Ash,
wasn't gonna get traded.
who cares about that, bro? We're talking about Brandon. He was not a part of this trade. Let's talk about the team they have.
Brandon Ingram wasn't gonna be traded.
We're
Nigga, like,
talking.
you sound so
Wait,
fucking
why?
Bro, this
dumb,
team,
nigga.
bro, the Cavs did not gut themselves at all with this deal, bro. What are we
I'm
talking
saying, I don't know what
Thank
these niggas are being so
They
fake.
quite
like,
literally did.
They gut themselves.
They
They gut
quite
themselves
literally
with
did.
bro. They
They're
traded Laurie
spending
Markkinen. Oh my
They're
god,
spending
no.
$400 million
They
on
traded
them.
Laurie Markkinen.
They
That's
still
not
had
what-
these niggas on the
That's not
books.
what anyone is saying,
No,
Classy.
why would you
And
trade Laurie
you're
Markkinen?
too. You keep saying this, and nobody's saying that. What people are saying is that it has nothing to do with what they gave up. It's the fact that the roster just isn't that good.
That's fine for the
That's a-
short term, nigga.
That's a
They're
fair
gonna
assessment.
improve as the
So
season
what
Like
is
goes
the
right
long
after the
term?
trade, bro.
How
are you gonna know they're not gonna make it?
How are they gonna improve? They have plenty of ways to improve.
They don't have money and they don't have picks. Where are they gonna find?
They do have money. They do have.
Not only do they have
money.
Yeah,
money,
their
but
cap
they do have
situation is
plenty
not that
of ways.
bad because Love's
They have,
expiring.
bro. No, deadass. They have this team. Actually, Cleveland Cavaliers.
I did that, bro.
Like acting
Listen.
acting like
Wait.
Garland,
I
Mitch,
just
Mobley,
did the. Wait.
Allen,
Shut
Okoro's not
up.
like a top 3 team in the East. Is crazy.
All right, 3 is all right. Now you're gassed.
I'm cooking.
Wait. Classy. Listen, I just did the math, right? Next year they're gonna have like 20 million in cap, right? 20 freed up when you like. With 20 million, are you gonna go out and are you gonna get a high class?
20 million plus the non-taxpayer exception, which is gonna be another 5 million.
Okay, so wait, Ash. So answer my question.
Plus the mid-level, they're gonna have money to get.
I included that in my little. Hypothetical, right?
Okay.
So are they going to go out and get a high class connective wing to finish this roster? Because otherwise there's no path. There's no path.
Why do they need to get? Why do they need to get a high class? Why can't they just go get?
Bro, I don't understand.
I don't know what these niggas are talking about.
Can you just answer my question?
Look at the jumbotron. Assuming this
Why
report,
can't Okoro and Seti fit that role?
Assuming this report has some substance to it.
Wait.
Might go for Wiggins next summer.
I don't think that you can name a single team to ever win a championship that doesn't have a connective
I didn't
win.
say this.
Why are you giving them a championship ceiling now?
This is literally
this nigga low. Can you please mute this nigga so I can finish my point?
Okay, this nigga didn't
even let me finish my point.
There weren't even any top 4 teams that didn't have a connective win.
NMZ, we can
currently have one.
Like, why is Seti not a connector now? Like, cause Seti can't make connector
Dude,
passes.
come on, bro.
Let's be realistic.
Ash, what
I
you
saw
saying?
Seti make amazing passes.
You said what?
Move, bro.
Were you about? Someone's about to try to make a point. All right.
This is my whole point. This is my whole point. My whole point is this, right? I think it is very premature to say that this team, that this trade was a bad deal.
Didn't say that.
Am I talking to you? Who's the nigga who said this was a bad deal? Was it you or was it low?
I was just clarifying that I didn't say that.
I did. I said that.
Fuck. I think it's very premature to say that this deal was a bad deal, given the age of everybody on this roster, the money they're going to have coming up next offseason, and just flat out showing teams like marketability and like having stars is a real thing. Niggas are want to come out and want to play with Garland and Donovan Mitchell. That's just a fact. Niggas are going to want to take pay cuts. It just is what it is. That's just how the league works. So to act like they can't, maybe they're not going to get the high level connector, 3-and-D pass, dribble, shoot guy, whatever, that you think that they need to win a championship. But they're definitely going to get pieces to continue to be a competing high level team for the next.
And that's cool.
years.
And that's cool. Listen though, Ash. When you say this about, and this is basically they basically gave up more than Minnesota did for Rudy, right? When you say they're gonna be able to do this, they're gonna be able to track this, we said that about Minnesota, right? And most of us, a lot of people were still on the fence about that. And Minnesota already had young pieces to connect their 2 stars already locked up. Jaden McDaniels is already locked up. They went out and got Kyle Anderson. These are connective pieces to match their front court and their back court, right?
And free agency has ended.
And that's cool. Listen, Ash. I'm not saying that it's a bad trade. All I'm saying is
I'm just saying Seti's a good connector who can shoot,
I'll start taking this team seriously when they can get a wing on the roster that can do.
Bro, I disagree with that sentiment. No, shut up. When have I disagreed with that sentiment?
Defense as good.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that you were. I didn't say that you were wrong, and I didn't say.
So what are you saying that for? What is the purpose of you going on that?
Yeah, I think everybody agrees with you on that.
Because that's
like
all
everyone's agreeing with you, but you keep trying to make this point as if you're above these niggas.
Because you're, bro, calm down. Listen, because right, you're trying to frame it as if I said it. Obviously, DJ came in here and was like, "You guys are saying that it was a bad trade or whatever."
No, that's what I heard.
Said that.
It's just me saying that.
Once again, Eli, if you would listen, I'm talking too low. I'm talking about low. You continue. No, nigga, because you're not listening. I've never once accused you of saying that you decided to bet. I'm talking to low, nigga.
Dude, it's not that serious.
He's in class.
Nah.
Keep saying I'm talking about you, nigga. You clearly can't fucking listen.
I'm not gonna scream over you, bro. I'm not gonna scream.
He'll be cussing he be calling Ash all type of slurs and all types of bad
I'm
words.
But not low. It's not a bad trade. This is not a bad.
It's a bad trade. I'm sorry to tell you.
Can I speak, please?
Flo, you still playing?
Like Like all I'm saying, right, is that
I
when
know
niggas,
what you're saying, Eli. Everyone's agreeing with you. I'm
listen,
referring to
I'm not agreeing.
load.
I'm not agreeing with
I'm
him.
not
I
even
think they have a
addressing
good
what you're
connector.
saying, Ash. I'm
I'm
finna
not
say
agreeing with them. I think they have a good connector and a
Classy
person
just
that can
said,
shoot at
right?
the three.
Classy just said they're like a top 3 seed. They're not a top 3 seed,
Yeah,
bro.
no,
They're
he's
silly.
tweaking.
You
He's
said
wrong.
I'm not
top.
tweaking.
Whoa, class. You said top 3. I'm gonna be clear with this.
I wasn't thinking when I said that. I'm not gonna lie, but I was
He's
guessing.
100. He's
Okay,
honest.
I was guessing it. But I think I think they could be that. I mean, like it all depends on the improvements that they're like third, fourth
And
year
that's
players
silly,
make.
bro.
Are
That's
we
silly.
are
I'm
we
Come on,
sorry.
bro.
are we entering the part of the summer where the Cavs get overrated because of this trade? Because
I just want to know why it's a bad trade from Lowe.
Bro, the
it's
trade
not a
just
bad
happened.
trade. I mean, okay, I
No,
don't think
he's
it's
the
a
only
bad
one
trade.
who said it's a
I
bad
think
Get him
it's
Z
trade.
if they could get
I
Wiggins.
think it's a
Hold on,
fairly
I'm gonna tell
even
you when
trade.
these niggas get done talking. I'm gonna let you know.
I think it's a fairly even trade, bro. I think this trade, like, it makes sense for both sides. You know, Danny Ainge gets the picks that he wanted for Donovan Mitchell. He gets to be able to rebuild. He gets vets. Like, it's a good trade for Utah. You know, Donovan Mitchell's an upgrade over Sexton. You know, you already have Mobley and Allen. I mean, I know Eli's talking about like the connected wing, and nobody disagrees with that. But those
I
are
disagree
improvements
with that.
okay, cool. But those are improvements that can be made over the next couple years. It's not like a move that makes them
Which is
instant
all I'm
contenders.
trying to say.
It just guarantees.
Why
It's
do
very
you need
similar
somebody like at a
to
very high level to
Minnesota's
do that,
idea,
though?
where it guarantees them like a playoff spot for the next couple years with the currently constructed team, and then like they can improve on it afterwards. Like it's just a very even trade, bro. Like, but saying that like
Niggas
the
had Evan Mobley was already
top three seed is
guaranteed.
crazy. Like top 3 seed is crazy, bro. They'll be like top 5, top 6. They won't be like 7, 8 or nothing like that, but they'll be like middle of the pack to slightly above middle of the pack. They're not gonna be nothing crazy.
Bro, they were going to be top whatever it is because they got Evan Mobley on the team. So that's A. B. I understand what y'all saying. Like, so again, I know he doesn't have a contract extension, but Jeremy Grant is going to be available this next coming off season. Like, there's and he was available this off season when he got traded. So it's players that have been moved around that are wings. I don't understand why. Like, I understand the concept of getting an identifiable star that helps your offense, that will potentially make it easier for you to fill out the rest of your roster because players want to play with them, and it also cements you in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. I get all that, but the point I'm making is you committing to Donovan Mitchell. Who I'm gonna just keep it a being. I just don't think Donovan Mitchell is a $37 million player. I just don't think he's
Then you're wrong, nigga. Then that's what it is. You're wrong if you don't think he's worth 30 million.
Yeah,
You're
not
being a
him. He's not him.
dumbass.
Yeah.
You are being a
RJ Barrett.
dumbass.
RJ.
He's not him.
Like, what is the purpose, bro?
I don't
Shut
know.
your ass up, Eli.
I think
Fuck.
Can't be
if you
Oh
look
quiet.
if you
my
look at
God.
Just be
D-mitch,
opening your
Bro,
mouth
it's not
yapping,
that
nigga.
serious. I
D-mitch
promise
in the
it's not that
playoffs, I
serious.
believe, has been a consistent playoff rise, except for this year. This year he was not
That's a
good.
mid-off.
Yeah, I was
He
about to
wasn't.
say. Yeah.
No, this year he wasn't. This year he was not good.
Nah,
What about the
listen.
year before
He's a
that?
good
What
player.
about
He's a
last
Year
good
year?
before that, he
listen.
wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad.
Nah, wait. But
Was
low.
he a playoff
Wait.
product?
I'm just confused. Right? Like, why do you not think like one of the league's top 15? I'm lowballing offensive players in the league. Like, it isn't worth that much money. Like, he clearly
I
can
think
do.
on that,
He can do so many things for this Cavs team that they just didn't really have.
Bro, and if Allen and Mobley are healthy, this team already, their defensive ceiling is already raised off the rip. We saw what happened when both those guys went down. The entire team was a shell of itself. But when both of those guys are healthy, and we assume Mobley is going to rise and be better, the team is obviously their defensive ceiling is going to get better. And I think if you add a guy in D-Mitch, what Eli is saying, as much as it sounds, it's not weird, but it
No,
makes
he's
sense.
right. Eli's
He's right. They're gonna.
What am I
saying? They have holes.
Unless they, bro. Unless they
nigga,
go
they're
out
saying
and
you're
they
right.
spend like,
They're saying you're right.
We're saying
Yes,
you're
I'm agreeing.
right.
Eli, I'm agreeing.
Nigga, you see this shit? Someone
I didn't
Eli, I'm
hear
agreeing
and
with
then he's
you. Eli,
antagonizing his
I'm agreeing with
didn't
you.
hear
He's
him. I didn't
basically
hear
saying they
I've
have
never
holes that they're
seen
gonna have
something
to
like
fix.
this, low.
And that's about it. And adding D-Mitch, who I think is, like Ash just said, one of the better offensive players in the game. This is not a bad move. If anything, it just puts you in a situation where, all right, we already knew that out of the teams that have not made the playoffs in the past few years, we're one of those teams with the best core. Now we adding one of a few, not a superstar player, but one of the best offensive play game right now to our core.
Who's getting better every single
We're
season,
getting better. So I don't understand how we're saying it's a bad move. And one, I mean, off the rip,
it's just low, DJ. Don't say we. It's just
I'm just. It's not a bad move. I think it's a move that just shows like, okay, bet we have. And on top of that, they have Allen locked up until 2026. They have Mobley on a rookie contract for at least 3 more years. They have Garland's extension coming up next year, and I think D-mitch is already on his max deal right now. Not to mention, even with that, they can move. Kevin Love is off the books next year. You can move Karis LeVert. You still have a Okoro who teams might go if they're trying to add another piece like him because he's young. And I believe they have their pick in 2023 and 2024. So
I thought that was one of the swaps.
Like, so low. I have a question.
2025. If we look, it was 2025 that they gave up their picks.
2020.
No, but they gave up 2 swaps as well, though.
2 swaps.
You can't trade it. You can't trade a pick the year after you trade.
Like this is my question. Why is
They
Nisa and
can't
the
trade.
Cavs
They
going to be
can't
top
move
3
that.
already?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. They're sending
Last
3
year before they got
unprotected
hurt.
picks from 25, 27, 29, and pick swaps from 26 and 28. I know they own their pick in 24. I'm not sure about 23. So I'm not in the situation where it's like, oh, this is a bad move. This is a move where, okay, bet you now have I'm not gonna say superstar, but an all-star caliber guard on your team with your already young core. Build from that. And that's where Eli, when his point comes in, where, okay, bet now you need to add in this, what he said basically. So
but my point is, and I understand the concept of adding talent, and I'm
clearly you don't, but whatever.
Where did what's his name go? Where did Darius go?
I'm right here, bro.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna let Darius.
Darius is a known Cavs hater, bro. Don't
oh my God! Wait. I'm gonna let Darius talk. Then I'm gonna let Snipe talk. Then I'm gonna bring up Go Bells. I understand the concept of adding talent. I get that. What I'm saying is, you doing it at the expense of some form of financial flexibility, especially when you had somebody who, if we're being honest with ourselves, you had no idea the whatever the potential of Colin Sexton was going to be on his roster alongside.
You knew it wasn't going to be better.
Blow. That's the thing.
I'm not saying it has to be the same level of D-mitch.
It's nowhere close, nigga.
Oh, well, then that's what we just disagree.
Nah, like,
what do you mean that's what we disagree? Nigga, how can you just disrespect Donovan Mitchell like this and then try to walk it off as if it's a fact? You're lying, nigga.
I didn't say it was a fact. I said
no,
we don't
but nigga,
know.
you trying to walk around like Sexton and Donovan Mitchell like at some point it's going to be an extremely not even close.
Why are we acting like the Cavs won a top 3 seed last year before they got hurt?
What are we talking about, man? Like, no.
And then when I say they can be a top 3 seed again, when they add a top 15 player in the league, that's crazy, bro. That's
but they traded Sexton, man. Sexton could have been really good.
Yo, Sexton should have been a real duel.
No way, nigga. Stop.
What's the issue with the Donovan contract though?
No, I don't. I
30 M
because 30 who you think
RJ
is better?